Welcome! Woo-hoo! Native Wellness Institute Power Hour! Nistu Nidaniko Makoyo Sakoyi. My name is Theda Newbreast. We've been coming on for over 3 years with Native Wellness Institute. We're positive, we're productive, and we're proactive. And we have a special guest. Oh man, we have a wonderful treat for you today. We are doing a gathering of Native Americans, Wellness Wednesday, and it's a training of trainers. They are doing reservation dog skits in the other room right now. So welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Boy, I tell you, it's just been so beautiful, so wonderful in the Northwest. We have yellow leaves, we have orange leaves, and we're at Barbie's Village. And so it's a special time because my co-presenter, co-facilitator of the Gathering of Native Americans, Training of Trainers, I'd like to welcome Trevor to introduce himself.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Trevor Foster. You guys can follow me and check out my cool medallion. I'm Blackfeet, Chippewa, Cree, and Navajo. All right, so I am from a little community called Clagato, Arizona, but I live in Chandler, Arizona. And it's amazing to be here, everybody. There's a lot of healing going on. There's a lot of stories. There's a lot of prayer. And we're keeping everybody in this world in our prayers and our thoughts. So like Theda said, I'm a trainer, and I'm pretty excited. It's coming live from Portland, Oregon, and it's amazing here. It's beautiful. I love the colors. Growing up on the res, man, all I saw was brown and dirt. Here I see moss, I see grass, I see leaves, I see, man, it's amazing, all this different color scheme here. It's amazing. Wish you guys could see it, but you guys enjoy our live here. We got an awesome group of people here. We're training about close to 80 people. So it's an amazing conference going on so far. So thank you guys for joining us. Awesome.
Wow, that's Trevor. So our special treat today is we have 8 clans and 8 teams. And those of you who are familiar with Gona, we're going to invite a representative from each clan to come on and to share with us what's going on with their healing and what kinds of things that they've learned here. So welcome to Wellness Wednesday, Native Wellness Institute. And we are going to invite our first guest in. Hello
everyone, my name is Michaela Saraceno. I am from the Pueblo of Acoma, which is located in New Mexico. So we are gathered here today for the next just tomorrow. And we've been here for about yesterday, today, and then tomorrow. So it's just a whole compact thing of learning how to facilitate our own Gona trainings. We're also, I feel, learning how to process our own emotions and learning how to deal with our own traumas and just learning how to be more, just learning how to be better facilitators. So we have to go through all the emotions and all the just feel everything in order to be our best facilitator and trainer for Gona. This is all just to kind of get us to better help our communities. We're learning how to heal here. We're learning how to process emotions. We're learning how to just be vulnerable with each other. I feel this has been a very powerful experience and an emotional one as well. It's been really fun and getting to be in community with everyone from different tribes. We may not know each other or we may not see each other every day, but it still feels like one big family here because we're always here to comfort each other when anyone needs it. And
oh, awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, it was great. Thank you.
Well, I just want to give you a hug. Everyone here has spontaneously volunteered, and everyone here is just being transparent Indian. And so, little sister, you did a fabulous job.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. So welcome to Wellness Wednesday. We have a special treat for you. Our executive director is here, and she has some beautiful, brand new, hot off the press, and we're in it. We're living it now. We're not pretending to be Indian. We're living Indian. And so I would like to invite Jolene Joseph. Jolene, what is our good news?
Hey, gosh, it's been forever since I've been on the Power Hour. So good afternoon, everyone. So over the past couple of years, actually since 2013, the Native Wellness Institute has been involved with a local project here in Portland, Oregon called the Future Generations Collaborative. And we started initially looking at addressing substance-affected pregnancies in the local Native community. And then our work expanded to do some early childhood programming, other public health programming. And about 5 years ago, one of our natural helpers, kind of like a community health worker, she passed away from a brain aneurysm, and her name was Barbie. And she was married to her husband, Ken. So we had our own native Barbie and Ken. So she was always interested in helping our community members that were experiencing homelessness. And she always felt it was so ironic that tribal people could be without a home in their own homelands. And she herself and her family experienced homelessness. So when she passed away, we wanted to do something to honor her and to keep her legacy alive. And so we brainstormed and came up with this idea of Barbie's Village, which would be a tiny, tiny home village. And so, we didn't know what to do. We don't know anything about that. So we started talking to people, and long story short, we ended up over the past 2.5 years meeting with this group of Presbyterian pastors and a Lutheran pastor, a Methodist pastor. And long story short, last Friday, or the Friday before last Friday, November 3rd, the Presbytery of the Cascades voted to give one of their former churches and land to us. So, yes. So now we're part of the land back movement. And so this is actually where we're having our Gona here this week. We call it Barbie's Village, and it'll soon be added to the campus, I guess you could say, will be a tiny home village. So that is our exciting news. Lots of you will be able to come and experience this, as we're going to have NWI will have lots of our training sessions here. So we're just super excited, and we look forward to seeing you here at Barbie's Village.
Let me ask you a question, Jolene, since we, to get Jolene Joseph in the same room and visit with her it's a miracle. So let me ask you this. Yeah. What are your wishes to do in the next couple of years? What are your wishes for this land back acquisition, this property?
Yeah, so there's the bigger vision is to build like between 6 and 10 tiny homes here. And the tiny homes will be for women or families with small children that are experiencing homelessness. And then we'll get to, wrap around them with our early childhood programming and other programming, just to help them get that strong foundation, to help them, be positive, productive, and proactive, contributing community members. And then, so that's one part of the bigger vision. And then the other vision is, this building is from the 1970s. So to do renovations and things like that, to get it updated. So it's a place where the Native Wellness Institute can come and have trainings and retreats and stuff like that, just to really promote healing. And then third too is also, I feel to be an example to be an example of what other communities, tribal or urban or otherwise, could possibly do. So for example, we have participants here that are saying, I'm going to go look for an old church and see if they'll give it to us.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly, do it. So some of the people that were involved in making this happen, they are the Methodist Church, they are giving land back, throughout Indian country. So that is, a viable option for some people. So we want to write about it, about our experience, so other people can be inspired and maybe do this in their community.
So Jolene, can you just tell our audience, because I'm sure they're curious, is this for free?
This is for free.
Were you free for Indians? Oh man!
Yeah.
With no strings attached. Okay.
Yes. tried to attach strings and we said, no, like we're not going to do oppression. Actually, I think in the final thing, they're going to sell it to us for $1. I mean, just to, because the legalities or whatever. So we're still moving through that process. It'll probably be another month or two before the final paperwork is done and it's, actually ours. But we're starting that process now.
Oh my gosh! Well, give me a hug. Woohoo!
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It's so awesome.
Thank you. See you later.
So you see, with Welcome to Wellness Wednesday, and we have our real live Indian participants, and so we're going to invite our next guests to come on in, and we have 8 clans and teams, and we're just asking them a question. How are you healing Indians here? So please introduce yourself and tell us what's going on.
Hello, my name is Dorothy Rhodes. I am from the Acoma Autumn tribe in Comot, Arizona. I am also a behavioral health counselor, and my healing comes from doing the governmental work, but at the same time, I need to put in some more indigeneity into my healing and into my classes. And I love what I do, but it's also a process of trying to help the inmates. I work with inmates, and I see the healing they need. And coming here starting yesterday, was just an abundance of who I really am. Just confirms it that I need to continuously push the envelope when it comes to doing what the government wants us to do, because we know cognitive behavioral therapy is something we really need, but we also need to not erase or erode like we have been before. As an indigenous person, we need to bring back that healing. We need to bring back that tradition, the culture, the land. We need to bring everything back, but we need to teach them also, and myself and my family members, how to think, how to go back to valuing yourself as a person, valuing yourself as a community member, and to also have that voice. So many years we've been eroded, our voice, our dances, who we are, and just coming here, meeting all the people. And this beautiful woman right here, and this gentleman back has brought us so much passion and just a lot of love that we've been missing, a lot of love that we are finding, and peeling back those layers of the onion and making sure that you are not forgotten. So all of you out there, you're not forgotten. We're here. Community matters, and so does your voice. So sing when you have to sing. Ask, how come I hurt? A lot of times we don't ask that. It's time to ask, hey, not what happened, what's wrong with you, it's what happened to you. So that's the process that I'm working on right now, and I'm learning every day. I love everything that I'm going to come back. Let's just say that much. I'm going to continuously involve this sort of training into my training at work. Thank you.
I just look at these little brown faces. Ooh, we're just good looking.
Yes, we're beautiful.
Thank you, sister. And each of the 8 teams, some of them, this is their first time coming on the Power Hour. So I want you to send energy, because they're badass. They can just articulate. They can just tell us what's happening in Indian country. So I'm going to invite our next clan representative to come on, introduce yourself. What's going on here in Portland?
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Teresa Hill. I'm from the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community. And I am serving my people in the position I'm at. I'm also at the Department of Corrections, and this is my second Gona with Theda. Native Wellness Institute is amazing. What I'm learning and to bring back to my people is healing process, and what I've learned. I know how to heal. I know how to do it, but do I do it? And that's what I want to bring back to my people, is helping them understand that the struggles and the hoops that we have jumped through to get to where we're at is important. And in order to do that, we must heal here in our body. I work at the Department of Correction. I was blessed with that position. And I've spoken in this space that I'm in with Native Wellness has taught me to not be quiet, like I've been taught my whole life to be quiet. And I bring it to the inmates there. And I will always say this, they're a population that is forgotten about even by our own people and their families. One of many siblings that has not made it to corrections, and I'm blessed for that, but I also don't want to forget that population. We throw them in a cell and tell them to heal themselves in a cell, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to pull them out of that cell and help them heal on their own and on their own time and their own terms, but also showing them that you don't just sit and heal. You got to get up and do the work to heal yourself. And grief and loss is huge in our community. Hitting that fentanyl addiction that we have right now in the communities and healing from it and helping each other heal with the songs and the prayers and the pulling to Creator is huge. That we're not taught that. So I'm here. I'm loving it in Portland. I'm loving what they're doing here. And I know this is my second. It's not going to be my last. I learned something new about our culture and about our people. Healing and learning from people who are even not Native American, but I'm loving them and learning how to love on them for helping to heal our people is important. They're our allies. And I've learned that. And I love this lady standing next to me and this new friend over here that I've learned to love too. And I appreciate you guys. I really do, because I think as Native people, we forget that we are badasses. And I've learned that. And I've learned a new thing, because me and my coworker who just spoke before me, we are two badass Indigenous women who are helping to heal our communities from so much pain and so much hurt that has been brought on to our people. And I used to always say, well, that has nothing to do with me. That was in the 1800s. My great-grandmother was born in 1903, and I always think of the pain that she went through, that she didn't have the things we have now to help us heal. So they didn't heal. They just went along with life and let people overcome, let people overpower them and take them to places, boarding schools and places. And I'm 48 and never knew that I was in boarding school, and I never knew that I was also that part of that needed to heal within me. And I always thought, well, it's not me. I'm not part of that boarding school because I'm not old enough. But I did go through boarding school, and I healed from that trauma. And I know you all can heal from it. And that's just one of many things that we need to heal from. I've healed from my drug addiction, and I'm healing from my alcoholism still. And I know you all can do it as well. And I'm learning to bring it back to my community, everything that's being taught to me here, not just by our leaders, but by the many other Native people here with me. I'm learning from them as well, how to be humble and how to love myself even more today. Tomorrow I'm going to love myself even more. So thank you. I appreciate you guys. And yes.
The first time Sister and I were together was at Niagara Falls. And we want to say a shout out to Blue Eagle, who just lost his mom, and the Chumash people. But remember when we sang to Niagara Falls for a couple hours straight, nonstop? We just said we're going to go sing to the water, and we're with the song. And next thing, 2 hours later, because the water was talking to us, the water was talking back, and there was even rainbows. But I just want to thank you, Sister, because we have some other brothers and sisters. Yes, they're like waiting to talk. So thank you so much. Every group has just elected, and the new elected person from one of the clans is next. So come introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, Shitek Ende out there. My name is Pius Lacroix Garcia. I am Mescalero, Chiricahua, and Lipan Apache. I am the great-great-grandson of the warrior Geronimo and Chief San Juan of the Mescalero Apaches. So today and yesterday, we came from this place of looking at our trauma through a trauma web and focusing on healing those. I found through this process that I've been very blessed within my family, from privilege that I come from a two-parent home with no substance or alcohol abuse, but I've also realized the generational trauma that my mother went through. I tell people that I am an oopsie baby. My mom had me when she was quite a bit old, but my mother was a product of boarding schools. And, I realized that at a certain point when I'm learning or asking questions about culture, history, even language, that she kind of pushes it off to the side because of the fact that when she was at school, she was forced to learn English at that time. And so sitting there and, realizing that it's not her being mean or being rude or telling me that I'm not saying something right. It's because of the fact that she went through a process to de-indigenize her, not make her Apache in debt of what she was, her first language being Apache, and understanding that. And so taking that and learning to turn it into a healing process and understanding where she's coming from the fact that she was taught at a young age that what she was not right. And so just working through that. And yesterday, Theda here had explained that, working through divine intervention of how we counted off groups and how it worked through. So the group I was a part of, allowed me to really put down my walls and share my generational trauma that I get from my mother and what she's gone through, really, really helped me today to really understand that, there's a lot of healing that's taking place. And so I am grateful for that and look forward to the rest of the day as well as tomorrow. So thank y'all so much.
And you know what brother was sharing with us, Geronimo's power was his warriors. And you shared with us Laws. And can you just give us a brief story? Who was Laws and why was she a badass?
So Loza was really, really great in the fact that when she was on the warpath with Geronimo and Victorio, she was gifted by Creator Yusin the ability to tell where the enemies were at. So on the warpath, she would put her palms up and she would turn to a certain direction and her palms would glow. And the brighter the glow would tell how far the distance of the enemy was. And so that helped Geronimo and the other Apaches find a suitable route to go and helped in their victories as far as defending our homelands from these invaders and our way of life. And even her and Tadetse, helping women come back from Mexico at the time, which was still our ancestral homelands, bringing them to safety and reuniting them with families. And so, just the role that women play in our history is an integral part and very important. And so we need to continue sharing those stories with others as well. So very thankful to be here, Theda.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can see in storytelling is the medicine in the gathering of Native Americans. And so we have another guest, and we're giving you the flavor. There's something historically happening at this Gona training of chainers. So we'd like to invite our next guest. Please introduce yourself. What's going on here?
Good afternoon. My name is Christine Cooper Esmalka. I am originally from Galena, Alaska on the Yukon River. I am a prevention specialist for Fairbanks Native Association, and this is my first Gona, and I'm learning so much. My badass sister is teaching us so much. Every time I hear her, she just brings out the best in me, and never ever stand by and not speak your mind. Just speak it as it comes out. Never stop. I'm here on behalf of our sisters, the missing and murdered, those who are being trafficking. Every day I hear stories, and it's come to our community now, and I just feel that there has to be somebody out there to speak up on their behalf. And this is what's teaching me more and more to get out of my comfort zone and to speak up. Don't be the silent one. Step out of your comfort zone and keep reaching for the stars and for those sisters who can't speak on behalf of themselves.
I just love this woman. Describe where you live, because when I was up there, I felt like I was in pristine, pure spirit. When going along the Yukon and just driving up there, and I remember Marcus Red Thunder and I were just there, and we had to get all of our food and make sure we had enough gas and make sure we didn't carry a weapon except for our mind. But describe where you live, just so, because a lot of our people in Australia or New Zealand, they would love to come to Alaska, but please describe where your home is.
Alaska is basically like every other place. We have houses, we drive vehicles. It's beautiful. It's clean, it's fresh. You know, you get off the plane and it's calming. Everybody knows everybody. It doesn't matter where you go. In Fairbanks, especially, it's the second largest city in Alaska. I live in North Pole, which is about 25 minutes out of Fairbanks, but yeah, everybody knows everybody. It's family, it's friends, it's nobody's a stranger in our community.
I like that. Nobody's. Is there a guy in a red suit that lives there?
Yes. He's my neighbor.
Okay, with that, we'll go to our next speaker. I love going to the North Pole. They have really good shops there with, and there are some guys in some red suits. Man, we had to wrestle with them. It was kind of fun to kind of put one down. You know, that's just badass, Auntie. So we're welcome to Wellness Wednesday, Native Wellness Institute, and we have a bunch of our trailblazers, and we're just bringing them on to say, come on, what's happening in Portland? Please introduce yourself and tell us what's going on.
How's it going, Power Hour family? My name is Val Contreras. I am representing for the Palo Band of Mission Indians. I'm an enrolled citizen of the Ipai Nation of Santa Isabel, and I am here along with a lot of other Native Americans, Alaska Natives, indigenous folks. We are being taught the GONA training of trainers, I guess, the being a facilitator of this great program to build healthy relationships, but also learn from our trauma that we've endured over the years. And I am also part of this Lightning Warrior Clan. We have about 8 individuals. We let me actually just go into our chant, which is boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka. So, boom shakalaka. Yeah. So shout out to my Lightning Warrior Clan. This is my first time at any sort of GONA, so I'm just soaking it all in, learning some really good tools to introduce to our youth over in LA. I want to send a big shout out to Theda and Trevor here from Native Wellness Institute. They've been doing a great job so far, and just got to give it up to them. Thanks for allowing me to share this space with y'all. Be safe out there, and keep treading on.
All right, give me a hug. Yeah.
All right.
One of the things that we've been doing here is hug therapy. Yeah. So everything we do, you got to hug at least 5 people. Next time, we do something, we have some tears. We had one of our elders step up and be transparent this morning. And we had tears, and so we hug. So that's why if you see us hugging a lot, and it's not snagging hug. It's like hug, like discipline. I love you as the person you are, and please look at the person I am, and let's see how we can get along. So I just think I was so excited. We got another guest. So come on, tell us who you are. What's happening in Portland?
Good afternoon. My name's Urban Watkins. I'm absentee Shawnee. And I live by way of Northern California. I work for Northern Valley Indian Health, IHS, and I'm a substance abuse counselor. And this is my first GONA too. I'm really appreciating all that I'm getting out of this training here. And I'm happy to be here. I feel grateful the Creator allowed me to be here. And I'm looking forward to all the rest of the activities that we're going to do. Like this afternoon, we're going to do our skit, our team. I kind of forgot what our name of our group is.
Tell us about your skit. Tell us a little.
So our skit, we're going to do. So the skit is about things that kind of broke up our people. Then the things that how we're going to resolve the. Get back to our traditional ways. And so one of our skit is about different things like drugs and alcohol, and how world perceives Indian people. And so, and then we're going to bring it back into more traditional medicines because as part of the skit, they're going to mistake copal for crack cocaine. Because copal kind of looks like crack cocaine. And the sage for marijuana. And so it's kind of like that. It's going to be fun. I'm enjoying myself here too. And so I say thank you to Theda and this gentleman here. This is awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So how much clean time you got?
I have 26 years of clean time.
26 years. Clean and sober.
Clean and sober.
We just hold you up because we really, our Native men are becoming clean and sober, and our Native men are stopping the violence against our women, and our Native men are becoming better fathers to their children that they made, and they're adopting children, so that fatherhood is in. So welcome. Thank you to coming to the Power Hour.
Can I sing a song?
Please, yes, go.
All right, here we go. Yana hey you, hey yana hey yo one yana hey you, yana hey you, hey yana hey yo one yana hey you, yana hey you, hey yana hey yo one yana hey you, yana hey you, hey yana hey yo one yana hey you, we yanda mende yo one, kite mi mano yana hey you. Yana hey you, hey yana hey yo one yana hey you, yana hey you, hey yana hey yo one yana hey you, yana hey you, hey yana hey yo one yana hey you, we yanda hey de yo one, yana hey you, hey yana hey yo one yana hey you, yana hey you, hey yana hey yo one yana hey you. Yana hey you, hey yana hey yo one yana hey you, yana hey you, hey yana hey yo one yana hey yo, we yanda hey de yo one. Kite mi mano yana hey you, yana hey you, hey yana hey yo one yana hey you, yana hey you, hey yana hey yo one yana hey you, yana hey you. Hey yana hey yo one yana hey yo we yanda made yo one. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it here. Bless each and every one of y'all.
Thank you. As you can see, the songs are healing. Everyone is stepping up, and people who haven't sang in a long time, it's a cappella. Some are using rattles, some are using drums, and that's what happens at a gathering of Native Americans. Is the ancestors come behind you and they step into you and they give you the voice. We have a couple other guests, and their ancestors just jumped in their clothes and they just walked in here and they're just ready to introduce themselves. So let's get our next guest.
Hi everyone, my name is Elena. I'm Hopi, Cherokee, and Chicana from LA, and this is my first Gona. I'm really excited. We have amazing facilitators. Everybody's utilized a lot of humor, generosity, care, and kindness, and so far the training has been incredible. I've learned a lot of good medicine, a lot of shared songs and stories and prayers and experiences. I've met Native folks from all over the country, and I've been very appreciative and honored to be a part of the process. I'm a little out of breath because I'm expecting my second baby, and this experience, I feel...
So sorry about that technical, but look at this, two spirits. Look at sisters, two spirits, and you know we've been hugging her a lot because women who are pregnant have special medicine. That's why we have to be generous with our time, generous with comforting them, generous with taking care of two spirits, not only one. Mm-hmm. And so what? Tell us what's been your favorite part
My
At
favorite
this
part,
this
oh my
gathering of
goodness.
Native
I
Americans?
think all of the activities we've done have been really like resonant, and for me, I feel you can see. Trevor with a back. I feel like my baby is already healing in many ways from hearing different songs and different experiences, and we've done a lot of funny things. Like we did a mind activity where we were counting, and my partner's voice, we were rotating, counting 1 2 3. My partner's voice in many ways sounded like my own, so it was really funny because we were connecting through this very lighthearted, gentle way, but it helped us establish a relationship that I think will continue outside of this experience. And then beyond that, we've done like beading, we're doing our skits. We've done opening each day in a good way and hearing from one another. And just in general, I think the connections and like the understanding of kinship and how we take what we're learning through storytelling and how we can make that a practice and engage with our communities once we get back home. So I feel like it's been very empowering, and it's helped me focus on one, intergenerational trauma, but all of the strengths that come beyond that, right, to heal and support our communities. Yeah, so I've appreciated all of it.
Have you named your baby yet, or are you waiting?
I have.
Okay.
I'm naming my baby April after my sister who passed away 20 years ago almost. April Makanalani. Makanalani means gift from heaven, a creator. So yeah, heaven sent. This March, baby April will be here and not a future Gona. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much,
you.
sister.
Yeah,
I want to
thank
hug
you.
you.
Yeah.
Well, so we we're hugging a lot here, and Wellness Wednesday. It is our power hour at our new facility in Portland, Oregon. We're calling it Barbie's Village, not like Barbie, like the blonde with, boobs and big butt, whatever, and a skinny waist. Not like that kind of Barbie. Barbie was a homeless matriarch in this neighborhood, and she had a dream that there would be housing for every homeless person. So Native Wellness Institute just got gifted this place and has plans, as Jolene Joseph just shared with you, to build some tiny homes for the homeless. I'm going to give the floor to my co-presenter, Trevo. Trevo, what have you seen here? Or what kinds of good things has been happening?
Well, since we got started here with this Gona today's our second day. I see a lot of unity. People, when we first came in, they were sitting in their own little group. We had a whole group over here, another group over here. Like they were sitting with people they work with. So what we did as facilitators is we broke them all up and put them all into their little clans. So once we break them up, they started like opening up. They started talking, laughing, Once we give them an assignment, they just run with it, which is amazing. So I see a lot of unity. I see a lot of healing that takes place here. This morning, for example, we started off in a real good way. And we had four of our relatives, say a welcome. They said a prayer. They sang. We all came together and we helped our brother, lifted him up because he was having a hard time trying to get his song out. And we all came together as facilitators to help him, to give him that strength that he needs to continue on. And there's a lot of healing that's taking place here. There's a lot of letting go of the traumas that we experience as Native American people through the different personal traumas that we experience. There's a lot of healing that's taking place. There's a lot of songs. There's a lot of prayers. We even have medicine burning like constantly, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's very powerful what's going on here to see everybody opening up and their own different ways of facilitating Gona. Being a Gona facilitator since I believe 2016, I've been doing this. I'm fairly new, and like I said, I'm one of the newest trainers for NWI, and it's amazing to work with my badass auntie here because she's like a walking encyclopedia. I mean, she does a lot for us Native people. And it's a beautiful event here, the Gona that's taking place, because now we're healers healing people, and the only way we can help our people is if we heal ourselves, and I'm very thankful to be a part of this wonderful team here, and I'm pretty excited to see what the future holds for this place, this beautiful home here for us. yesterday they said, make yourself at home, and all of our participants are like walking through every single door, and they're going through, playing in the gym over here. We have a basketball court, we have a classroom, they're even in the kitchen too, like going through the fridge and getting water and food, and then they're coming in here, these offices, there's couches and there's like warm places to lay around, you know. They always say, you know, make yourself at home. And as Native people, we always say, you know, don't ever tell a Native to make yourself at home, because in a couple weeks, they're going to start crawling through your door or your window. So as a joke, and I see everybody, you know, laying around, walking without their shoes. I mean, we all come together as a family, and it's beautiful to see that, especially here in Portland, Oregon. And, you know, as a facilitator, we're keeping everything going and teaching them different ways to handle different situations. And it's a beautiful healing event that is taking place, and I'm honored to be here.
I'm going to ask the little brother to sing a song to close this out. But Gathering of Native Americans, just in case, just a short history, it started in 1990, and Indians talked to elders. Indians went and talked to youth. They call it focus groups. And they designed the belonging part to bring back your creation stories, to bring back your laughter games, to bring back your identity. Now, remember, the more you know your identity, you don't commit suicide and you get out of addiction quick. You don't OD on fentanyl. The self-identity, so the belonging, the traumatic healing is happening. And even, you know, we want to send out our prayers to our to Ukraine, to what's happening in Gaza. We have medicine here. We're sending it out. But we're also sending it out to the 600 block in Browning, Montana, and all the ghettos on the reserves and all in the villages. The parents still crying, the children still crying. We bring healing through interdependence and generosity. So Gona is, we do non-government. We love the government, but we have Indian Gonas designed by Indian people where no one's writing a book or trying to get a PhD. Hey! Anyway, I'm going to ask the little brother just to close us out with a song here. He comes from a long line of Navajo greats and Blackfeet greats. But I'm just going to ask the little brother to close us out with the song. So, Kitakito Matsuno, Nistu Makoyo Sakoi, and Kitsikako, man, I love you. Trevor, what you going to sing?
Well, I want to give a huge shout out to Will, who made a beautiful Gona drum. We've been singing with this since the beginning, and man, it sounds so keen. But this song I'm going to share with you, I recently lost an uncle a couple months ago. His name was Kenneth Chubb Gopher, and he was well known through Turtle Island with his singing and stick game. I remember they called him the stick game king when we went to, I think it was over there in Washington, Auburn, Washington, the Muckle Street Reservation. That's where it was. Yeah.
Chubbs would kick ass wherever he went.
Yep, I mean, they went down to Fort Hall one year and came back with 20 G's. Holy! I was like, man, they still have that trophy in my late auntie's house, which is amazing. So this song that he composed, it's on his recording. One of the recordings called Go Gophers, and it says, a song for Trevor. He says, nephew, this song is for you because you're one of the lucky ones that got away from the reservation. Like Auntie was saying, you know, this 600 block, you know, growing up in that community was very hard, and seeing all of our young folks turn to violence, drugs, alcoholism. My Navajo side, my dad did not want that to happen to me. So he came up to the reservation and he brought me down, and he took me away from that, and I got to enjoy life again in a drug-free environment, and I was taught love again. And to this day, I still get emotional because I'm like a walking miracle. And I go home, I visit Montana, and I just like, man, it's just beautiful, you know, being Blackfeet, especially Chippewa Cree and Navajo. I'm also a powwow MC, and I always say, you know, I'm Blackfeet, Chippewa Cree, and Navajo. I'm just northern and southern combined. Hey. So I'm gonna sing the song right here, you know, composed by my late uncle Kenneth Chubb Gopher. So. ah hey yo hey re, ha ya way hi ho, hey da ah hey da yo, ah hey yo ha hey yo hey do, ah hey yo hey yo hey re, ah hey yo ha hey yo hey re, ha ya way da ho, hey do ah hey da yo. So funny story. When I was producing one of their recordings, there was this medicine that they were using, and I was thinking about that when I was singing the song because I was thinking about my late mom Freddie, my late uncle Chubb, my auntie Chip, and my cousin Sissy. We were all in the living room, and Kenneth or Chubb will be singing a new song, and my aunties will be singing along, trying to get it. And then their voices started getting sliced. They're like, oh man, because we didn't have no halls. So my mom, Freddie, goes into the bathroom. She goes, oh, I got this medicine here. So it was one of those squeeze things that you push it and it puts medicine on your throat. They didn't read the directions. So what they were doing was they were spraying their throat and then they were swallowing it. You're supposed to spray it and then spit it out. And then Chubb and all those guys, man, I'm feeling kind of funny here. And I was looking at that bottle and I was like, you're supposed to spit out this medicine, right? He was like, oaks. Oaks. Like hearing that, they were like, oaks. And my grandma was like, oh, you guys are just getting drunk over there. So I was thinking about that when I was singing that song. I mean, we have a bunch of funny stories of our elders, and our family. So I was just thinking about that, So awesome.
That's really good. So one of Amanda AOC Old Crow, she used to have this one little, she'd say, when you call up the tribal office, they say, hello, and they say, Ooks, who's this? And they'll say, well, I want to talk to so-and-so. Well, Ooks, I don't even think they're here. Ooks, I think they just left. They got a paycheck. Ooh, Ooks, man, they got a new car. Ooks, man, they just went down. We haven't seen them. Ooks, who did you want to talk to? You should call back after, we're all going to go on vacation. Oh, yeah, Las Vegas. Ooks, that's Blackfeet humor. Yep. And with that, we're going to sign off. We welcome you to Wellness Wednesday. Share this. It's to uplift. It's positive, productive, and proactive. And I'm proud of my nephew. There's 80 of us here. You got to see our executive director. We're in our new digs. We're at Barbie's Village, and we're going to be having training here. So go to www.nativewellness.com and you can sign up or you can request. You can even request training for how to snag sober. Woohoo! Yeah.
I want to sign up for that.
Yay! Anyway, you're not eligible, are you?
No.
Hey, no. We always say, who's single? And that's who's eligible. Do not be disciplined. Don't be snagging on people who have a vow. Do not be snagging on. This is Badass Auntie talking to you. You have to go with people that say, hey, I'm single and I want to practice a relationship with you. And it's okay if you practice and it don't work out. Don't feel bad. Go to the next relation and practice some more. That's your Badass Auntie advice this week on Wellness Wednesday. So
my grandma will say, that's called playing house.
Yay!
Hey. Hi, Deb. Good to see you.
Awesome. So with that, we'll see you next Wednesday. The Power Hour.